What's going on? Damone here, and in this video I want to talk about the 10 steps to achieving your biggest goals, right? So a lot of people, when they think about a big goal they want to achieve, either 90 days out, maybe 6 months out, maybe a year out, they think about the end destination and where they want to be, and that's where they put the majority of their focus. And what I like to do is definitely go ahead and map that out, map out the end destination, but also there are a number of other steps that I found to be critical for actually getting to that end destination. And that's really the framework for building an effective program that a lot of people use or may not use and may not know that they're using it. And so those 10 steps are: number one, starting before you even think about the end destination, thinking about the visceral, emotional, demanding reason of why you want to achieve a goal in the first place, right? So this is the difference between saying I want to lose weight and it's an absolute must that I get in my best physical shape because, you know, I want to live long for my kids, you know, something like that. There's a difference in emotional quality and emotional response, you could say, that is the difference there. So kind of starting with that burning desire, I like to call it. So that's step one. Step two is deciding your destination. So where you want to be at the end of the journey that you go on. And I like to think of the picture of a journey climbing up a mountain. You know you want to get to the summit, and you know that it's going to be a journey to get there, and you know you're going to have to kind of improvise and kind of work your way up to the top and figure things out kind of on the path. And so that summit is your end destination. And so you're going to want to think through kind of specifically what does that look like and get as detailed as possible. That's step two. Step three is mapping the route. And that really comes down to the milestones that you're going to hit on your path. Step four is assemble the crew rather. And that is, who are the people that you're going to bring along with you on this journey? Who are the people that are going to be your role models? Who are going to be by your side? Who are the people you're going to keep away from you in order for you to progress at the rate that you want to progress? Step five is win the week. So a lot of our major goals can be broken down into, weekly segments. It's hard to really make crazy progress in a single day. A month is, pretty significant to focus on and really put your attention on. But really when it comes down to focusing on a week, it's a lot easier to manage your progress. So figuring out what those key metrics are, things that you want to be tracking on a weekly basis, and checking back in on those, that is the definition of winning the week. Step six is overcoming the obstacles. So that is knowing that there's going to be challenges. What's your strategy for overcoming those? Step seven is updating the program. So these different kind of pillars that you built up in the beginning, they're going to change. And how are you going to update and keep consistent as you go on your journey? Step 8 is the last stretch. So there comes a point where you have to get tunnel vision in order to make sure that you're able to actually get to the finish line, because it's easy to build momentum in the beginning, but it's easy to also plateau, and you're going to have certain strategies in order to make sure you bust through those plateaus and actually get to the finish line. Step 9 is reaching the top. So how will you actually celebrate when you get there and it not be this empty feeling, or not be something that you take for granted, and you can really reward yourself, because what gets rewarded gets repeated, and so you can build on your progress from there. And step 10 finally is finding fulfillment. So that is kind of taking a second look at how achieving your goals fits into achieving your kind of overall life goal, if you will, and just your overall personal development, and making sure that you're in line with that, and that the feelings and the progress that you really want to make is something that's true to who you want to be long term, and just taking a second look at that. So those are the 10 steps to achieving your biggest goals that I firmly believe in. If you want to check out step 1, you can visit workyourprogram.com. I give a deep dive on that. You can actually download kind of my walkthrough or workbook on how to do that. And I hope this video was helpful. A couple action steps for you. For your personal goals right now, what are the strengths that you have in terms of setting up your program, and what are the weaknesses? Think about those strengths and weaknesses and kind of, minimize those weaknesses and also improve those strengths. Have a great week.